There we go. Do I hear Star Wars?
Yeah, this is for you, Vic.
Thank you.
Star Wars. All right.
Star Wars. This is the
Richard,
future.
were you born in the 1980s, Richard, or 1960s?
Come on, man. That movie was out in 78, one of the biggest movies of all time. And reason I played Star Wars is Vic's going to talk about the future of staffing and all the virtual apps that he has going on here. So it's amazing.
That you threw me for a curve there. That was pretty good.
Yes.
I didn't realize Star Wars the future.
DucknOwl.
All right. Okay. I'll give that one to you. That was a good one. I just figured that one out. Real quick, Andrea, look, I do have a shark tooth. So.
Oh, my.
I have to get a necklace for it. But, hey, good morning. It's still morning, everyone. It's Shark Week with Richard Rosner, the staffing shark. And today we got one of our favorite guests. I'll tell you, we both know him very well. Vikram, Seth, the CFO of DucknOwl, video resumes. And I'll tell you what, Vic, thanks so much for coming on the show. But I'm going to turn it over to Richard because he's got a lot of questions.
Sure.
Vic, hey, good to see you again, buddy. So just wanted to reach out to you. I'm glad you're on our show. One thing I'm going to throw out at you, and you're going to love this. I was on ASA about 3 weeks ago. I put that logo, that pop-up video. They actually thought that it was something I was selling. They actually reached out to me and said, are you selling a product? Like, no, it's just marketing for my company, pop-up video resume, which I'm going to have some videos coming up soon. I think that's very catchy. So, Vic, look out. We're going to have the pop-up video, VH1 resume coming back.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for all the kind words that you guys are actually doing. And, thank you very much for inviting me.
Oh, no. We love your solutions. So I tell you what, Vic, I'm going to give you the spotlight right now. Go into it, buddy, and tell us what you're all about.
I mean, as you guys know, the DucknOwl is a platform that give a platform not only to the candidate but also to the recruiter. It's more like a symbiotic relationship where actually the recruiter can go and find a candidate. A lot of time, recruiter find a stellar candidate, but how the end client is gonna know that? That's where DucknOwl actually, candidate can create a video, video resume. Recruiter can ask a few questions. Candidate can actually, a showcase their skill set. What they want, what they're looking for, or what they have been doing so far. Because I believe, as you actually put a Star Wars music, we are not living into the world where actually we stick to the PDF or a Word file anymore. Come on, guys. We are in 2020. We gotta need to be more innovative. You cannot actually predict or you cannot actually analyze my comm skill by just looking at my resume. Yes, I'm a very social guy. How you gonna know all this? You need a video. You need a video. And on top of that, I feel like, if you give me a chance, I might try to sell myself as well. So and if you are my recruiter, so we both gonna work together for the same goal, right? You wanna place me and I need a job, right? So what we should do, have a resume, have the video on the top of that. And obviously if you're looking for some like a software developer or anybody who has a certain skill set that the company is looking for, we have a skill assessment test, right? Yep. A lot of skill assessment tests are out there, and I've been talking to a lot of multi-billion-dollar companies who told us that, hey, we use third party, but the problem with those third parties, there is no validation. Who is doing those tests? Absolutely right. So that's why DucknOwl came into the picture, where actually we verify with our AI proctoring and making sure that only the candidate that you are talking to only that candidate is actually doing the test without any cheating or without any help from the Google, right? Mm-hmm. So by doing all this, if you are sharing all this information with someone, who's sitting in a corporate office, they can analyze all the data before giving a 30-minute real interview to these people or these applicants. And that's all DucknOwl is all about. And also, with this, all the COVID and everything, this gives us an opportunity to develop something, what we call as a video texting, where actually most of the recruiters they are not meeting people in person. Now you guys can send your video text. Like, look at you guys. You guys are so innovative with all this LinkedIn, and I'm pretty sure you can be a lot more creative with our video texting and actually have people to feel that, hey, why they should work for Staffing Shark, or why they should work for like a result staffing, right? Or why they should work for your client. So you guys are actually come from the recruitment background. You guys might have heard about the post recruiting, right? Yes. For example, but this video, if I can see the shark face or Dave's face, then I know that there is a real person behind the scene,
Perfect. Yep.
That's what it's about.
So that's all actually we have developed so far. And also, just sorry, I mean, we just want to let you know. I mean, our mobile app is coming soon in the market. Hopefully, in another 2 weeks, it will be out.
And I just want to tell you, Vic, going to companies and just talking to people online now, the video resume is so important now.
Yes.
I mean, we've all done Indeed, Career Builder. You get 1 million resumes.
Correct.
You're the hiring manager can click a link within a minute and a half, tell you yay or nay. You come up with a passion statement at the end why they should bring you in for an interview. It's so powerful over a piece of black and white print. I mean, it is what it is. We got to change. I'm trying to get a lot of staffing firms to change here because this is the wave of the future is you're going to have to be on camera. I mean, we're all on camera now, right? I mean,
correct. I mean, who thought well, 6 months before that, Zoom will be that popular company. Now look at it. Zoom is one of the popular company. Why? Everybody is using like an online meeting, right? And same thing happened with us too. I mean, 6 or 7 months before when actually we used to go for the demo, people said, oh, you know what? Nobody's going to do that. Candidate is not going to do that. But here, look at this now. I mean, now candidate doesn't want to meet recruiter in person because the world has been already changed, right? So then these type of the platform definitely, it helps not only the candidate, but also, staffing industry as well as the end client as well.
And that's what I've learned, Vic, from you is, when you first met is you listened to some of our advice.
Yes.
Of what we're looking for. Because when I told you what I like about DucknOwl, one of the things is how some people say privacy. Correct. Everybody says, well, I don't like my video. But look how you changed. You listened. And 7 days, it gets deleted from the person's email.
Absolutely. And also, I mean, Dave, I'm happy that you brought this up. I mean, after listening to you, we actually went 2 steps ahead. And now we are SOCT compliant. So all the requirement that actually, that needs to be secure companies, secure data. So nobody or all the candidates out there, they feel like, hey, you know what? Oh, I don't want Dave or anybody to share this video on a YouTube. You guys cannot do it because now we are SOCT compliant and we make sure that all the data are actually very secure in our cloud database.
It is. And that's what I like about that being disappeared. It protects the recruiters. It protects us, the candidate, everybody. It just makes them feel with social media, Rich, social media, everybody says, I don't want my videos. But if it's secure, I always say send it to the cloud.
Correct. You're right. And you know what, Vic? I just want to let you know that the candidates I work with, when you coach them, they love this video. After they do it, they call me and they feel pumped. They look at it 1 million times. It's something of their own that they've never done before. A lot of people have never been on camera before. And when you coach them through it, you pump them up. If you have to do 10 takes, it's okay. We're here to help you out. And that's the big thing with this video resume. Anybody in the staffing industry, if you're out there and you're doing video resumes, be patient with your candidates and help them out.
Correct. Correct. I mean, and I'm very happy that you brought this up. Be patient with your candidate. Most of the time, most of other recruiter that, and you guys have probably known this, they treat candidate as a number. That's a problem. The candidate is not a number. He's a human being. Treat them as a human being. Coach them because once the candidate got placed, you're going to make money. Come on, right? Do some work as you guys are doing the coaching, right? So then once actually you do it, then you don't need to sell a candidate. Candidate is going to sell himself or herself.
That's what I tell because I'm very honest with the candidates. Like I just told you before this. We're all been busy today. I have 2 people in front doing the video resume, send it to the companies while we're talking. And their first video, but then when, like Rich said, you talk them through it, or if they come to the office, they have a blast because once they, you got to laugh and be yourself.
Yes.
Well, this video resume makes finding a job and interviewing fun. I mean, it's actually fun because you're like, wow, this is just not a piece of paper. I'm actually presenting myself. And I love about the video resume is that you can get a little personal and give a little PowerPoint of why you give back to the community or something.
Correct.
Then come out on your resume. Paper doesn't talk to you. And it's amazing. I'm 100% in on this. And I think every staffing firm at the end of this year, if you're not in, you're going to miss the boat. I'm telling you.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And if you guys, I mean, it's my personal experience. I mean, when I was going for the interview rooms, if then they were rejecting me, but there is no data. Why you guys are rejecting me, right? Or why, even if you're accepting me, why you are accepting me? What's the data behind it? You are rejecting me based on your intuition, right? But with this whole DucknOwl, I mean, you have the full data to support your decision. Why you are actually hiring someone else, or why you are giving an interview to person A or person B? Because obviously the person A actually speaks a lot more better than person B over the video, and he answered all the questions were asked, right? And also, I mean, the skill assessment test, that actually gives a little bit more edge. Hey, you know what? Why this person needs to have an interview, right? And it's been happening. I mean, since from the few. I mean, when I started working, over there also. I mean, you are rejected. Why I'm rejected? Oh, we don't know. So at least DucknOwl, I mean, is trying to help. Hey, you know what? Even if you're giving a chance to someone for an interview, and if somebody tomorrow you got audited, why you guys are doing all this? You have a full data to prove your decision. Why I'm actually doing all this? Or why I'm giving a chance to Vikram Seth over some other name.
Over that. And it makes sense, because what I like the best part about it is, like, there's a smile, Rich, is
you got one today. Wow.
Well, when Vic, we were talking, you know how with Indeed Career Builder, you send your resumes, you don't hear nothing. Okay. So now with a video resume, when we talked about that, Vic, you said, okay, they went ahead and put an activity report on it. So I take screenshots. I'll be like to Cynthia, I'll be like, hey, look, you scroll down, and at least you can say to the candidate, look, they watched it.
Yes. They watched it.
They watched it. So that's where at least like RCN, I sent a video 99 times. Now, that means 99 times somebody watched that video there.
Yeah.
And the candidate didn't get the job, but that's okay. At least that's what I like about it.
Correct. I mean, most of all this, I mean, the big enterprise, I mean, they have the big systems. I mean, they simply rule out the candidate based upon the keywords in the resume. I mean, at least, I mean, if somebody watches a video, we understand that maybe, the end client or the hiring manager couldn't find the skill set that they're looking for, which is totally fair, right? At least somebody watched the video, right? At least, But the resume, these hiring managers couldn't even get a chance to see the resume. But somebody actually rule out because some automation or some system feels like, okay, you are not a fit. So I wanna, I mean, even though we say that we are trying to automate the process, but I like to say that we actually try to humanizing the recruitment process. We are actually trying to actually a perfect combination of technology with the human. Like, as you see, I mean, Dave or, Rick, I mean, ultimately everything is under your control. System is not telling you Vikram is the best or the Dave is the best. You have to decide. So totally humanizing the process.
And you know what, Vic? You just took it right out of my mouth again. Eliminating steps. These hiring managers don't have to go. The skill set's there. We have everything lined up for the foundation for an interview. It's like this candidate's ready to go play ball. I mean, it's amazing. It's not like, well, we got to do, some people, they bring you in, then they want to do a skill set later on. Let's get it all out of the way.
Yes.
This is what you got.
Correct.
I think one of the best questions that Rich knows too, Vic, is we've had like Cynthia on Hire Me. We've been working with the UK with James trying to find him a job in the UK. Is when you put a personal question at the end, like, tell us something about yourself. Rich always asks first, like, tell me something about yourself.
Yeah, that
question helps because you see the light in the face. You see happiness. Right, Rich?
It's like free flowing. It's like at that point, they can finally just let loose and say, this is me. And that's what companies want. They want you to be me, not this robotic person.
Yes.
Be yourself. They can always train you, Vic. But at the end of the day, we need somebody that's going to be compatible, learn, and be yourself.
Correct. I mean, there are so many companies out there, I mean, actually, who charge you money for actually to create your resume. So as you said, I mean, the company wants to see you. They don't want to see your fancy resume that actually you pay to someone actually to create the resume. But having the video, you can coach people, but as they have to actually show their personality. You can only coach them. Hey, this is how you're gonna cope up with the camera. But obviously they have to tell their personality. So that's the beauty. And another stuff, I mean, that you might have noticed that in a DucknOwl, which is actually really was a pain. I mean, pain point for the recruiters. A lot of time, I mean, people just apply even though if they are not, like we call this a spam resumes, right? And a lot of time, recruiter wastes a lot of time in that. But with the DucknOwl, you don't need to do that. I mean, you can just have those words over there, and the tool will tell you, I mean, which resume matches more.
Yep.
So
and it goes right through the job boards, Rich.
Yeah.
That's why I like Toes. Right. Mine took right up to Career Builder.
We know this real quick, and I've talked about this on many shows. The job boards, they're fading away. As much as we want to talk about them, job boards, they have to come up with some more innovative stuff. I mean, just throwing mass candidates to employers is not good anymore. Somebody's got to source them. So
hey, Rich, we have Alberto here. Roberto has completed the video resume. He did the video resume. Alberto's got to the point. He sent me a spreadsheet. He did he did so much homework on emails of the companies, and I was able to just sit there so fast and just send it right out. So he says, "Hey guys, I just got an interview."
That's awesome. Congratulations.
That's awesome. Yes. That's the power. I mean, obviously, somebody's going to watch that video and somebody's going to feel like, okay, that's the DNA that I'm looking for.
That's it. Right. And I can't say enough. And one more thing for myself is I want to elaborate what you said about hiring. Why did they hire this person, that person, the data behind it?
Correct.
If you were to send the insights, I like saying insights. If a company was saying, hey, they only hire, let's just say 18 to 24-year-olds or inexperienced versus experienced, at the end of the day, you can provide data.
Yes, absolutely.
To a company.
Absolutely.
Age discrimination or any, I don't know how to word it like that. If it's age discrimination, backgrounds, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Or even, we gotta need to be realistic. We are in a 2020. And we need to be very realistic. A lot of time people just rule out the resume based upon your name. Your name sounds different, so you rule out. But at least this gives you the idea. Okay, if you're ruling out someone, you're ruling out based upon the merit, not based upon the name, not based upon some sort of age discrimination. So Dave, if you remember, you and me, we had a long conversation on this one. A lot of time, when actually senior people apply, or if somebody's actually a little bit older, most of the recruiters, they don't even talk. They don't even call those people because they guess, okay, this person actually graduated in 1960, right? So he or she must be very old, so I should not actually contact. What is that? In my opinion, in my eyes, that's the bias.
The bias, yes.
That's so right.
Yeah. And that's why I know Rich, he smiles with it.
Yeah, maybe that guy's a great guy. Maybe that guy actually can bring us so much onto the table and so much to offer, but you didn't even give him a chance. Because even in all those big organizations who claim that, hey, you know what, we are doing the process the way it's supposed to be, no, they are not doing it. If you ask them, show me the data, they will never show you the data because they don't have it.
That's what I like. And then the other new function that you just is the audio.
Yes.
I haven't realized it yet because if the person even says, I don't like to do videos, you offer now audio. So you can still do an audio interview.
Correct.
You have a choice now. So that's
great.
I think that's pretty, unique because some people still feel, as I hear it, well, I don't, appearances or, how do you word that, Rich? The same way you feel they're not going to hire me because of my looks or my...
But that's where we have to break the barrier down. Like I always say, love yourself. We'll get through this. Put some clothes on. It fits you perfect for a professional interview. And let's rock it out. So I think with a lot of coaching, 99% of people will get in front of the camera. When you tell them the perks and the benefits, you get an interview. And they're not getting one right now. They're like, I'm going to give this a shot.
And that's it. The time savings. Oh.
Correct. And also, I want to highlight this. Even Dave, we heard our customer, very closely. Somebody actually during the demo brought this up. Hey, you know what? I don't want to see somebody's face. I don't want to be a bias. We said, okay, we understand that. We hear you. You know what? Now we're going to throw you audio now, right? But we need to break the barrier as actually, the Rick said. If you're looking by the look or if you're looking by, okay, what somebody's wearing or somebody's a t-shirt, then I would say, shame on you guys. Look at like a Mark Zuckerberg or look at like a Mark Cuban, right? They always come in a t-shirt and they are one of the smartest people in the world. Right? Or even Steve Jobs, right?
You're right.
Right.
But did you give him an opportunity? Did you give her an opportunity to show the skill set? What they have? No, we didn't. You just rule out based upon your intuition, not based upon the data points. That's what we need now, the data points.
Wow. Totally agree. Hey, Vic, I got something for you, buddy.
Sure.
Wore this shirt. Marty, Back to the Future. I got the futuristic watch right now. The future is now, people. If you're looking for video resumes, you got to call DucknOwl. The future is now. I haven't worn this watch in like 10 years. The future is now.
Thank you.
All right. I love it. Rich, I want to ask, I got it. Vic's got it. This is a great story. Then we'll wrap it up as Vic. Can you please explain why did you name DucknOwl? Here we go.
Yes.
This is interesting.
Yeah, me and one of my other co-founder, we're sitting in Chicago, having a coffee, and we were thinking, hey, what the name should be? We were all coming with all tacky names. Then we feel like, hey, you know what? We don't need tacky name anymore. Then what we should do? Then we start looking over platform, what actually our platform does. Like, if you see that, our platform simply, rule out all those spam resume first. What is that? That's a filtration. Who is the best in the filtration in animal kingdom? Duck, right? Duck part comes from there, right? And then we have a lot of actually, the stuff, and we have heard about all those story, bait and switch, especially in IT industry, when actually somebody else shows up in the job and all those type of stuff, and then we have a camera over there. We have a video that actually has a camera, and then we have a camera when actually applicant does a skill assessment test. Then who is the best on this? Owl, right? We combine both together, DucknOwl originate.
I love it.
I love it.
Isn't it? Because it does. It's like DucknOwl, like you, snapping shark. Look, Richard, you look like a shark.
Yes.
Look, he's got the hair.
Hey, and you know what the best thing about it, Vic? The reason I'm a shark, I never sleep and I'm always on the hunt. It's perfect, right?
Okay.
No.
And I love sharks. I love the beach. As anybody knows me, I'm always on the beach. So,
the best part about both of you guys, you guys are actually, adapting to the new technology. You guys are open to hear that, hey, what this other product is. And if you feel like the other product is a great product, you guys actually go out of your scope and actually help that company or help that product because you believe in the product, right?
You're right.
So, which is amazing. A lot of recruiters that I know who have like a lot of experience, they don't do that. They're still living the 1980s or 1990s. I don't know. They gotta need to come out of their, like a cocoon and actually start thinking something different. Everybody, I was talking to someone, I'm not gonna put the name over there, but he was saying, hey, you know what? When we have a lot of business coming over, there's a volume business, and we don't have a time, or candidate doesn't have a time to do the video screening. Then I told him, I said, like, look, then at that time, you're not looking at the candidate. You treat candidate as a number.
Yes.
That is a number game, right? And then I said, like, what are you gonna say to your end client? Because you're not delivering the quality, you are delivering the quantity.
Yes.
And the guy said, I don't care. Even if I send the 10 people to them, they're gonna hire one at least. See, that's the mindset we gotta need to change. You know what? Like hiring manager is also a human being. Do not send him a tons of the resume to review. And then applicant is also a human. Do not actually make him or her to go for an interview and actually feel the rejection.
That's perfect. That is well said.
Man. You summed it up.
Yep. Hey, look who it is. It's Melissa. We just
had
her
Melissa. She was on earlier.
This is a guest that you want to see. This is Vikram. Now she works for Foxhire. Okay. So with staffing, and they're the EOR company, and this is where I told you, and I'm going to end it up for myself, and then let Rich is. What I like about, and I told Melissa, is I had a candidate for a month and a half ago. Mm-hmm. She's in the portal. Okay, we didn't find her a job right away in an interview. But when the order just came in, I was able to reach out, go to their, oh, yeah, I do have someone. Call her. You looking for work still? Yes. Okay, send a video resume over. Now, if that goes through, I call Melissa today and say, hey, hire that person on to the company, video resume, EOR, everybody's virtual, boom, sold.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I think rather actually having the candidate coming over and then you say, oh, you know what? I don't think he has a communication skill that I'm looking for. That's a bizarre feedback that somebody can ever give to someone. Okay, then why actually you waste his time to bring him all over, that's where the video comes into the picture.
Yeah.
You know what? Give a fair chance. I mean, if the manager doesn't like the candidate, it's fine, right? At least you didn't waste somebody's time. We understand that you're hiring manager, your time is more important, but the candidate is a human being too. His time is important too.
Yes. But for myself, I want to thank you as always, because no matter what you've done, I've always called. You've always listened to me. You've always the customer service. When Colin was there, it didn't matter. You called back. We've talked many times at night, walking on the towpath, because the ideas, I love it. Rich loves it, I know, because he's going to say Rich is like into the passion, getting to know the person. That's what Rich, I'll tell you that because you really care about the person. Not that I don't, but that's where you zone in on. And I think that's the most important. But I want to thank you for what you've done for me, because it's changed my life. It's changed my thought process to help people. And at the end of the day, it's just, you change somebody's life, give them a job,
Correct.
So
because I'm really happy. I saw that how actually you guys are helping people. And you're right. You are actually changing a life. You are actually putting somebody's on the job, and you're not only helping the one person, you're helping the family.
You're totally right. And plus you're helping the community and the economy. These are not numbers. These are actual people. And when you help one person, you go home at night and you just sleep in bed. You're like, wow, that person has a job.
Correct.
It's amazing. The feeling is incredible, Vic. And I'm sure all three of us have that same feeling. It's that big high. It's like, wow, we did this. And you do it as a team. I always say this, it's the candidate and the recruiter. Like you're the coach, they're the player.
It's a teamwork. Absolutely. Rich, I like it the way you said it's a teamwork. But you know what? I wish, we should have more recruiters. I'm sure, and I want to actually, personally, I want to tell all those candidates who are listening this, if you need a job, these are the two recruiters. Who's going to treat you like a human? Who's not going to treat you like a number? Go to these people, right? You probably see all those fancy names out there who says like, yeah, we have this client, we have that client, blah, blah, blah. But they're not going to help you. They're going to treat you as a number because they have a lot more options. These two people, they're going to work at you. They're going to help you. They're going to coach you. And as Rich said, they're going to work as a team, because ultimately recruiter is a sales guy, right? And that's very true. But they're going to do the sales with the ethic. They're not going to treat you as a number. Hey, you know what? He's no good. I'm going to move on. No, they're going to help you. They're going to coach you. They're going to make sure that, you actually articulate what actually you're supposed to articulate outside your resume. So reach out to these two people. Amazing human beings.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much from my heart, man, Vic. That's very touching, man.
Yes.
No, that's true. That's true. I want more people, or I want more recruiters like you guys. Because Dave, that we're doing a lot of demos, and when actually we heard those feedbacks, that actually melted my heart, because I feel like these people are treating people like a number. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care whether you got a job or not, because they feel like, okay, if Vic doesn't get a job, I have a Dave behind you, right?
Right.
Did you give me any chance? Did you give me any sort of like this video thing? Or even, for example, if I don't know how to make a video, did you coach me? Hey, if I got selected, you're going to make a money. No, they don't.
You're
but
right.
That's why I'm actually appealing to all those LinkedIn viewers, whoever watching this, just follow you guys. Look at you. Dave, the way your thought process is, like, for example, if somebody say the age matter, I would say, hey, look at the Dave Wilson, right? Age doesn't matter. You are a lot more smarter than any 20 or 30-year recruiter that I know.
Right. No, thank you so much. And that means a lot to me, because all three of us, when you work together, and I keep saying, but Richard's one of the most passionate persons.
Yeah.
The chemistry really works.
Yeah.
It works as a team, So,
yeah.
All right,
and it's a nice feeling when actually you got a phone call from the warehouse worker. Hey, thank you very much for the platform that you have created. I don't know the person. Yep. Somebody's using a DucknOwl. They send him the DucknOwl request, and he Googled my name and he called me. Thank you very much, man. For the last 3 months, I was not getting a job. This particular recruiter used your platform, and now I got a job.
Nice. Yep. That's what it's about.
It's all about. Yep.
All right, Richard, it's up to you, buddy.
All right, Vic. So we do something after every show now. So
Sure.
I didn't tell you. So here's what we got to do. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. We're going to go like this, and you're going to say shark. Okay. And then we're going to snapshot it for later this week. All right.
Okay.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Shark!
Like that. All right.
Awesome.
Thanks, everybody. We have another
Thanks a lot,
special
buddy.
guest. Rich, who's coming up next at 1 o'clock?
Oh, we got Mike Ray, the oh my God, shows love and smiles to everybody across the whole country. I mean, this guy, you guys gotta have check into Mike Ray. I mean, he's incredible. I can't wait. He's gonna be here at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Mike is all about loving people and caring, and he has a great story with his program and his campaign he's doing.
Yeah, and that's like I said, with anybody looking out there to be on the show this week, please reach out. This is what it's all about. And again, thanks everybody, and thank you so much for. I really appreciated what you said about us, and that really
No, I
feel good.
I mean it. I mean, I just didn't say to say. I mean it.
Yep. All right. Thanks everybody. Here we go. We are ending.